Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of UC Solutions. Today I'm excited because we're going to show you how to do a throw pillow cover from scratch. Okay, so you have your fabric in front of you. We're going to teach you how to cut it appropriately, because that's important, how to sew it, and the most important part of this is how to sew a zipper into your actual cover. So then that way you don't have to hand sew it closed, which is very tedious. It's not really, the best way of doing it, especially if you want to do additional covers. So let's say you want to do seasonal covers, right? Now you can just unzip it, take it off, throw on a new one, zip it up, and you're done. Okay, so we're going to show you how to do that. And if you guys are excited about that, go ahead and skip through there and get to the project of making a throw pillow. But those who are curious about this whole series, because this is an 8-part series and this is part 5, this whole series is teaching you how to reupholster a sofa from start to finish. It's all the basics that you need to know to take on pretty much any reupholstering project. So let's say you want to do a chair. You can do that. But this video was actually made from a very long video that we did on our private courses, or our website, UC private courses, that you can go ahead and check out. That video is 8 hours long. It's jam-packed of information. It's a lot of stuff to take in. So if you want to see that in its entirety, you can definitely do that by checking out our website. You could pay for it, but if you wait just a little bit longer into this video, you'll see how to actually get it for free. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into that video and get you that free video so you can learn how to do reupholstering on your own.
Grant is finishing up the Dacron for that seat cushion. I need to make our last throw pillow, which is 16 by 16. I'm using this tapered corner pillow template. You do not need to do this. You can just simply cut it out with a ruler and a pen, but this makes it easy because it tapers the end, and that, if you don't know about it, that eliminates the dog ears on throw pillows. You ever seen when they get kind of pointy up at the top?
Yeah.
It's because, right, it looks kind of silly. It's because they didn't taper the ends. It's the same concept we do with the skirt. Okay, so this does it for you. You do not need this tool, but it is kind of nice to have. Okay, I made some marks right here. I'm not sure if you can see them in the camera, but that helps me line up a pattern. So I need 16 by 16. So I'm going to try to save as much fabric as I can. The great news is when you pick a 16 and a 16 right here, that includes your seam allowance.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me line up the stripe here so we know it's going to be straight. The zipper's going to go here, and you're up. I'm going to come down a little bit more to 16. So 16's here. My lineup is decent. Okay, that's better right there. 16, 16, so I have enough room. Simply take a pen or pencil, and we're going to mark here at 16, and that gives us our seam allowance.
I really do like that template though.
I do too. I've had it for years.
Yeah, it's great.
16, and then a corner, and then here, and here, and there. Make sure I got them all. And I did. So we're going to cut this one out after we connect the lines. Just makes it easier. You could eyeball it if you want, but no thanks.
That's fine.
It's like that. And now this is the correct side. We're not working from the back side because it has these strings that go in and out. That's make up these green dots. It's such a pain to mark on that with those strings going across. Now the next thing we're going to do after we cut this out is flip it correct side down and keep this up. And you cut it out that way because you're going to sew it that way. Don't do an individual one with the template or any other method with a ruler, and then do an individual one and then expect them to line up, because they don't.
No, because however you cut them, it never works out.
No. You could fold the fabric over, And do this if you don't have those strings, whatever fabric you're working with, and get it all over at once. Let's put a small Z at the bottom just so we don't, or you know what, just do a notch. Little notch right there stands for the zipper. I don't need this anymore. I'm going to roll it back up. There's our notch right there. So here's the strings I was talking about. They get snagged a lot. Okay, so, but that is a lineup. We know that that's the same thing as this here, the green dots. And it's looking good. Now we just simply cut this out.
I think I misplaced one of my cutouts.
I put one behind you.
You did?
Is that it?
Let me double check.
I thought I did. Little notch there. Now we got to iron down. Did you find it?
I think I did. It's cut a little bit smaller than I thought I would. Maybe it just shifted on me or something. All right.
We're going to iron down one side of the cover. You don't need both. Iron it down a 1/2 inch at the bottom. Okay, it's not hot enough. While I'm doing that, or I'm waiting for this to heat up, I'm going to pull over a zipper. Go about the whole length. You're not going to need that much, but it's a pain when your zipper's too short. This is a zipper slide. It's the same thing as a seat cushion. It's identical. Look for that U. Pull it apart. That's it.
I love those slides. Those are so easy to put on.
Yes. We had one that's impossible, just about impossible. The slide has to have enough room for the actual teeth to be able to pull left and right to crack open the zipper, to slide down. And if they made them too tight, the slides, there's no room. Oh, this thing's leaking. Iron that down a 1/2 inch. Now I need to make sure I have enough welt. Got enough welt here. Just made some, more than enough. Yeah, okay, perfect. So we have this iron down as a 1/2 inch, and then we had enough welt, okay, or made enough welt to go around the other side. So this side's gonna get the welt. This side is just ironed down. Here's our zipper. The next step is to get to the sewing table. So that's where you're gonna see me next.
Okay, so you have your throw pillow all cut out and ready to be sewn, and we're gonna get to that in just 1 second. But I promised you guys to show you how to get your video, your full-length tutorial video, for free on our website. I'm gonna go ahead and do that. But before I do that, I want to say thank you guys so much for watching these videos. It means a lot to me and my dad. So thank you guys so much. If you like these type of videos, let us know by clicking that like button. It does help. If you want to see anything new in the future, like you have suggestions, leave it in the comment section below, along with any of your questions when it comes to making this throw pill. And try to keep it with the actual video that's involved, just so we can get back to you as quickly as possible. Because if you ask another question when it's not involved with that video, it can get a little confusing. If we don't have a video about it, just go ahead and leave it in the video that you found us on. That's perfectly fine. All right. If you want to see more content, don't forget to click the subscribe button. That way we can show up in your feed later on when we add new content, which we will later on down the road. Okay. Now to that video, how you do it is you go website ucprivatecourses.com. Okay, on the home page you're going to scroll down a little bit. There's going to be a button. It's going to say video tutorials. Click that. Then once we see the different tutorials that we have there, we have different ones. Let's say you want the sofa one. Click on that and then click add to cart. Now there's going to be a little pop-up there that says free gift, right? To get your free gift, add your email address. And I can hear you guys now. You're like, oh no, you're going to be bombarding me with a bunch of emails and stuff like that. Listen, I've done that with other companies. I've given out my email and they go spastic when it comes to like the emails. I hate it, and I'm just like you guys. So I hate that. We are going to be very selective of what we send out to you guys. You might not hear from us for like a month or so. So don't worry about that kind of stuff. I hate it and I wouldn't want to do that to you guys. So add in your email. That way we can actually send you the coupon code for the actual video and you can get it for free. So you're going to get an email with the coupon code. Underneath your cart, you're going to apply the coupon. The zero balance is going to show up. You click checkout, you're done. So you have that video and you can watch the video on our website, okay? That way you can just go ahead and watch it. It's not going to be on YouTube or anything else. It's going to be on our website where you can watch that video. And that's it. It's super simple. So check it out if you're interested in that. If not, let's go ahead and get back to the video so you can learn how to sew your throw pillow.
Okay, so now I'm going to take the side of the cover that's going to have the welt sewn to it. Here's our notch, okay? Go up the side just a little bit. I'm going to start about right here, okay? I have a cording foot on the sewing machine right now. Same thing as with the seat cushion. Little snip right here, get around that corner. And just come up the sides here just a little bit. It's about right there. Now take this out. Get your zipper, change cording foot to a zipper foot. Bring it up a little bit there. The slide. Make sure you have enough zipper on left and right, and it looks like we're pretty good. I want to go right to the end. I just don't want this thing to come back off. And come in about 1.5 inches, okay? So about this much. And I'm laying the welt or cording right on top of the teeth there. I'm going to try to get as close as I can, all the way down on the, close as I can to the teeth, all the way down. Back stitch. I like to get that excess out of the way here. I'm not pulling very hard, but I am giving it tension. That didn't sound good. All right, oh, you know what? Let me check the, yeah, we're doing okay. Sometimes, this machine in particular, the tension gets messed up when working with the zippers. In particular, the zippers are a problem. Okay, I'm going to stop at about a inch and a half. About right there. Okay. Now grab the other end. Put it to this side. Try to, well, you got to line them up the best you can. Just right there. I'm talking about the corners here, okay? So we want it to be even, obviously. I'm going to lift the presser foot up, push this end just a little bit there. The fabric on my right. Zipper foot is lifted up. Pivot, go straight across. Probably, you know, 3 or 4 times. And then one more. Okay, there, fine. Now bring it this way. Pivot back towards you. Push that up underneath there. Okay. Just push that up inside there, okay? Your crease. Try to keep it as straight as possible. Now I'm pushing in toward the zipper foot right now. Stop right where you stopped on the other side. We're right near the welt, okay? Back stitch. Good enough. Take it out. Go to the other end. If you can see that well, the crease right here, lay right down where the welt seam is. Okay, lay that down in there. We can get rid of this excess. We don't need that. Let's just cut that off right now. I'm holding the two together again, okay? So where the crease is, lay it right down where the welt seam is. Hang on. Let's do that again. Like that. And so right up into, or right toward the zipper. So you're right in that little pocket. And I am pushing the welt against the side of the zipper foot. Probably good enough right there. And back stitch. Let's see how that looks. Whoops. Okay, it looks good. Looks good to me. Pull your slide back. Come to this side. Tell you what, let's, here, pull that back a little further. Lay the seam down in there as well, just like you did the other end. But this time, don't go all the way back to the zipper. Okay, so it stops about right here. I'm going to stop probably about maybe a ½ inch before that. So keep an eye on that, okay? I'm going to back stitch. I'm going to press up against the welt again just to make sure I'm getting right close to it. All right, let's see what happens here. Let's go all the way out. See what that does? It gives us a small little pocket for a zipper. So I'm going forward as far as I can, like right there, okay? All right. Now, I don't think I can go any further. No, I could if I wanted to. I don't want to go too far though. All right, now let's put a stop on here. So we're just going to grab some old fabric. Let's see, a piece here. We don't need this much excess zipper, so I'm going to cut it down just a little bit. Make it a little easier on me. Go up to the zipper. Okay, because I want it to stop there. I don't want it to keep going further because it's going to be hard to get that thing out of there. Okay, go over it like that. Now back stitch. I want to go over it several times. All right, I'll stop a truck. Now cut right down to that, okay? Just like that. Let's see what happens here. Did I go too far? Maybe I did. Now you put a big rope on the end of that thing, you can rip it out. Just kidding. No, that's not bad. We're good to go. We're good to go. Now the next step. Cording foot. How's that cushion going? Nice job, man. Okay, now we will start on the end where the cording is. Okay, and then we're going to go all the way around and close this up. I am going to start in the corner, even though I know it's already sewn there, but I want to make sure it's close enough. Sometimes I don't get close enough with a zipper foot.
Not to interrupt you, Bob.
Nope. Okay, I'll be done in just a moment. Okay, let's make a pivot. Push that up underneath there. Now it's crucial to make sure that you're lining up, and we are doing very well. You got to know which one to pull, which one to let up on. I'm talking about what side of the fabric. Let's snip our welt. Unfortunately, we got a section right here at the corner. I hate when it ends up like that. It's a little harder to deal with. It's got more thickness and doesn't want to cooperate as much, but we'll get past it. Okay, there. It's just like the cushion. Push that welt back. If not, you're going to be able to tell. Okay, check the corner. Looking good. Okay, still doing well. All right, I'm starting to get a little ripple, but it's fine. It's not that big of a deal. If it was a very long run, then I'd have more problems. So I'll pull the bottom just a little bit, but whoop, that needle down in there. But the closer you get to your end, the less pull you're going to have. But we should be okay. Yeah, we're over just a little bit. Let's see how that. Yeah. Yeah, we're fine. Okay. Now we don't need this much welt, so I will cut it here, give us plenty. Pull some of that slack out. Get out of here, slacker. All right, back stitch. All right, take it out. No, we're not finished. Now, we're going to want to put our splice in right here, okay? So what I want to do is I want to shorten this just a little bit more. Let's open these up. It's the same thing we did on the other seat cushion. Try to keep it as flat as you can. I know it's not easy sometimes if your fabric's kind of stubborn. So I'm trying to pull out with my left hand and my right and lay this down flat. The two fabrics, it's about as close as I'm going to get it. And lay this down here, the snip set is, make a notch. Okay, I'm not going to be able to sew this very well with a cording foot. It doesn't work with the feed dog too much because of the groove that you have right there. So it doesn't grab a hold of the feed dog at the bottom very well. Without the welt in there. Grab those two notches and line them up. Right where your needle is. Get it started. In fact, I'm going to make mine just a little tighter. Not much though. Try to keep them lined up together. Oh, wait. I want to go down on my tight stitch there. Okay, it's important. Same principle. You're going to see that white welt underneath there because it's a loose stitch. But we're good to go. Okay. Go ahead and cut the fabric 1/2 inch away from the seam. Open up the seam. Lay them down like that. All right. Stretch your fabric out the best you can. And I'm going to cut, I'm pulling the fabric with both my hands the best I can. I'm going to hold it right there and let's just go ahead and snip them both. Hopefully you don't have your welt fabric underneath there. Change the foot one more time. Back to the cording. Cording foot. Change the stitch length a little wider. Back stitch. Lay these two in there. Now if I cut that too short, see if I pull too much, if I do need to pull some, it's a little short. Because I wasn't able to pull it as well as I can. When the needle's down in there, I can pull a lot. I don't need to pull that much though. If this happens to you, you can literally just splice in a little piece. Trying to see if it's coming apart now. Let's see. And there we go. That's it.
All right, so you got your throw pillow finished.
I did, my friend, and unfortunately I did have a little bit of a problem after I finished sewing it. Always inspect it, of course. I opened it up and did have a problem right around the closing of the welt.
Got it, okay.
Yeah, I did snip it a little too short because when I pulled everything out, it didn't work out too well. It was a little bit of a gap, so what you can do is take a small piece, snip it in, take some masking tape and join them together. And then
so that's for the actual cord in between the welt.
Yep,
Correct.
exactly. Believe it or not, there's a piece of masking tape in between there.
I believe it. No.
You'll never know. But that's joining it together. So just examine it, work it, you'll get it, and you'll be good to go. This is absolutely perfect right now.
Okay, excellent. All right, guys, so you have reached the end of this part. So now you know how to do a throw pillow cover from scratch, which is awesome. Plus, you know how to do it with a zipper, so you can make as many throw pillow covers as you want. You know, I just made a huge mistake. Most of our viewers are actually women. So if you guys can make as many throw pillow covers as you want, there's nothing stopping you from making so many throw pillows that we can't sit anymore. So this is my apology video for doing this to all the guys out there. I hope the floor is comfortable, but you know, yeah. In any case, I'll go ahead and teach you something else next week. And next week, we're going to show you how to do a skirt from scratch, okay? So this will apply to the sofa, which is great, and also to a chair, which is even better because a sofa is obviously really long. It makes it a little bit more complicated. Chair is a lot easier to go ahead and do that. And as a wise man once said, if you know how to dodge a wrench, you'll know how to dodge a dodgeball. So if you know how to do a sofa skirt, you'll definitely know how to do a chair skirt. So I'll go ahead and see you guys next week.